Okay, I have a question again, right? Hopefully I don't forget this one. Doesn't mean I forget it. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Life with Lisa. Today guys, I have with me a guest. This is Allison. Allison, what form are you in?
I'm in Form 4 going to Form 5 right about now.
Okay, so she's currently in Form 4 and she's about to go Form 5. Well, you already passed to go Form 5, right? Right, so she is already in Form 5 technically. So this is like a breaking point for her, right? It's the stage where she can choose her career path, right? And that's the goal for this video, is we're gonna help her. You and I, we're gonna help her to try to see if she could make a decision on what's her next step, right? Because at this stage, you have to really focus on what you really want to become, right? What you're gonna study in college, and that's whatever you study in college, that is your breaking point to your future career, right? Do you have an idea right now of what you would like to become after you graduate from secondary school?
Well, I wanted to become an accountant at first, and I also want to become a real estate agent. But because of the kind of country I'm living in, it's hard for me to become a real estate agent because I'll have to go over to a different country. So I decided I wanted to become an accountant, which carries a lot of work. So, yeah.
So those are two really good options. She said real estate and an accountant. Your dreams doesn't stop when it hasn't even begun, right? And that simply means, like, even though in the long run, 20 years from now, you might get the opportunity to become that real estate agent. So not because something you can see it now means you have to stop at it now. You keep it on the back burner, you make a note of it, but you focus on what you can do now, right? Which is the accountant, right? So why do you want to become an accountant?
Well, I like to be able to know what I'm doing with my money. So, like, if I have money, and I like to spend my money, and I want to make sure that I spend it wisely for a good purpose. And I don't want to spend my money and buy something that I don't want and leave what I need. So I want to be able to manage my money very well.
Okay, so your whole motive to becoming an accountant is to be able to manage money. So you do understand when you become an accountant, it's not just managing your money, but you're helping to manage other people's money, correct?
Yeah.
So you're about the money.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know which school you have to go to study being an accountant?
Well, in terms of college, I have to go to the community college because that's where they have the course. I don't think technical has that.
You don't think? At this stage, it's okay for you to not know, but you have to also know what school is the best for you, right? And that is the whole purpose of this video as well. It is like guiding you and letting you know the best options in school. The school that you choose is very important, right? And yes, community college, it is the correct school, I should say, for becoming an accountant. But also technical college also has opportunities for accountants, right? How many subjects are you focusing on for CXC next year?
Well, I'm focusing on 7 subjects.
What are they?
Maths, English, economics, accountants, POB, and EPM, and history.
Okay. We would definitely go onto the college website to see more about what they require, right? Because yes, we can be doing these subjects, but then something may be missing, or you may have already had it all, right? So we're gonna view these really shortly. Now, do you know of the grades that you need to obtain in order to be successful after you receive your CXC subjects?
Well, it's mainly from grade 1s to 3s, and if I'm able to accomplish those, then I'll be fine.
So what are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for grade 1 or 2. Because I'm not aiming for 3s. I plan to enough 3s in life.
That's the goal, guys. That's the goal. Always set your goal and aim for it. Be serious about it. Yeah. It's not a game, but you can have fun along the way. But be serious about the goals, and once you set that goal, you write that goal down. Let me tell you guys, writing down your goal is powerful, because I have a notebook from years back If I look in that notebook now, I could probably see somewhere along that line, I want to study law. I want to study English. I want a grade 1 for English. When you write it, you get it. And that's very important to manifest things, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take a look into the college that she said she wants to go, okay? So it was the community college.
Yeah.
That is a division of arts, science, and general studies. As we know it, the green and white, hot girl school. Okay. I know we had a conversation before this video, right? But before we had that conversation, did you ever think about visiting the college website to see what they offer and what is required?
Well, no. But from what my sister, she went to technical, and from what she did, I was inspired to go into business. So I know I had a good foundation, but distinguishing which college I wanted to go was a bit setback.
So the little talk that we had before this video, a couple of days ago, you think that helped you in terms of visiting the website and understanding a little bit more about your passion?
Yeah, it helped a lot because when I went onto the website, I was able to see other things that I could have done other than becoming an accountant. And it has a lot of things because I'm doing economics and I can go out into the workforce today or tomorrow and I can get a job based on that as well.
Right. So also, even though your goal was becoming an accountant, you are also doing econ. So you will have multiple opportunities, right?
Yeah, I'm flexible.
Yes, being flexible in your career. Visiting the website, of course, would definitely expand your sense of thinking, right? So while you were on the website, did you think about doing anything else besides accounts?
Well, my mind was fixed on the accounts, but because I'm doing econ, I started to be flexible. So if later on in the future I want to do something, I would go and do the course because I already started the subject.
Okay, I have a question again, right? Hopefully I don't forget this one. Doesn't mean forget it. Do you know that you will have like a second choice, first choice, third choice?
I was not aware of that.
You wasn't aware of that. So let me tell you now, you're hearing it from me first, right? So you see how you aspire to be an accountant and you have some interest in econ.
Yeah.
Now you will, when applying for college, you will have first choice, second choice, and the third choice, right? I'm not sure if they still do the third choice, but for first, second, and choices, you could put your accountant and any subject that you think is focusing on economics, you can. Also, you will have the option to either apply to both community college or technical college at the same time, right? What I would advise is whatever you aspire to be. So like how you have two things that you're focusing on, the one that you really, really want to do, put those as your first and second choice. The same thing as your first and second choice. And then the third choice would be your econ. Anything that relates to economics, okay?
Yeah.
Now, what I did for my year is I knew that I wanted to do associates in law, right? Paralegal studies. So I put it as my 3 choices. Like, I know what I wanted, and when I know what I want, I get what I want. And that is what I want for you as well, right?
Yeah.
So if they give you 3 choices, you put what you really want, first and second choice, and then your third choice would be anything regarding economics, right?
Yeah.
If they only give 2 choices, accountant, then econ, right?
Yeah.
Now let's just take a deep dive into the website. So we go to DASGS. We know that's community college. Now it says over here programs, right? It says, do you want to do CAPE? Do you want to do an associate degree? Any other courses? Part-time programs. Now when you first visited this website, where did you go?
Well, I can't really remember where I went, but as soon as I opened the website, I just started scrolling and I went and select the option to see what courses I wanted to do.
Okay. There is a difference between CAPE and an associate degree. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah.
You mind explaining it?
Well, for the CAPE subject, I realized that you do more than one paper. Like they have like paper 1, 2, or 3, and for associate, I heard that it's only like 1 paper.
Okay. So, what are you focused on? What kind of degree? Is it a CAPE degree or is it an associate degree? Do you know?
Well, I was planning on CAPE because for me, it does sound good in my mouth.
CAPE sounds good in your mouth?
Yeah.
Well,
I chose CAPE because I want to do more than 1 paper. I just like stress.
You like stress?
Yeah.
Okay, well, probably I don't because I did associate. But I would definitely tell you that CAPE, it is more, let's say, credible, right? Any institution that you apply to in the Caribbean, they would ask you for CAPE subjects, right?
Yeah.
CAPE subjects is focusing on a main area, right? So you want to do accounts or econ, CAPE focuses in on that specific area. Opposed to an associate degree, if you do an associate degree in, let's say, accounting, then it brings in different topics. They might teach you about a little bit of history, they might teach a little bit of English, a little bit of law, right? It's just an example, but CAPE focuses in on that specific thing that you want to do. And I think it's a more credible degree as they put it. So let's just take a look at CAPE. First thing first you see is entry requirements. So you have to read. So did you see this page?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. You have to have a minimum of 5 subjects. Did you know that before?
Yeah.
So you know that before you went on this website?
Yeah.
A minimum of 5 subjects. And you have to have English A. What do you do? English A or B?
English A.
Great. So you have English A. Good. So now you know that you have to have grades 1 to 3, which you already told me that you are aware of, which is good, right? It says that individual subjects may have specific entry requirements. A CAPE student is allowed to pursue a minimum of 3 or a maximum of 4 subjects, right? To pursue 4 subjects, you must have attained at least 7 grade 1s. You think it's possible?
Yeah. Anything is possible.
So it says here, there are 2 general education subjects offered to CAPE students, which is communication studies, which is compulsory for all first year CAPE students, and Caribbean studies. So you have to do this a little bit of history and English tied in. So those are 2 subjects that you have to do. Subject entry requirements, and first thing first you see accounting, right? She's smiling because she see that is something that she's passionate about, right? So before we go into just accounting, let's just zoom, just for the audience sake, let's just zoom through to see other subjects offered. So we have biology, chemistry, computer science, digital media, economics. That is our second subject that she was focusing on. Then we have environmental science, French, geography, green, engineering, history, law, oh my gosh, and the list goes on, right down to Spanish and sociology, right? What I would advise you have 2 areas you want to focus on. What I would say, you go into both accounting and economics and you see the information that they have there. So let's focus in on accounting. Let's see what this says. It says Principle of Accounts, POA, grade 1 to 2. Do you do accounts?
Yeah.
She does, right? So you know what the grades you have to be able to do CAPE accounting, what?
Grade 1 and 2.
Okay, so you see grade 3. Grade 3 is not applicable, right?
No.
However, don't get fooled. Sometimes a grade 3, even though you may have a grade 3, if you apply, you might get through. It's a possibility, right? So not because you might get a grade 3 and it's not here on the screen as acceptable means that they will deny you, right? Still push for what you want. Then it says you must have mathematics. Do you do maths?
Yeah.
Alright then.
That's compulsory.
Compulsory. So you see, you have to have grade 1, 2, or 3 for maths. And those are the 2 main subjects that you need to be an accountant.
Yeah.
I gotta be an accountant right now. Where say? Let's go ahead and focus in on economics and see what is required. So economics, you need POB, grades 1 to 2. Do you do POB?
Yep.
That's good. So she does POB, so you need to have grade 1 to 2, right?
Yeah.
It says or economics, and you said you do economics. So even though you don't do, let's say for example, if someone fails POB, if you pass with economics, grades 1 to 2, you can also be accepted, right? And also again, you need maths. You can't do these things without maths. Nothing in life you could do without maths. Because even when I did law, they had me doing statistics. They had me doing Pythagoras theorem. They had me doing all them triangle thing. You can't run from maths. None at all. We established that she has the necessary subjects to apply. She just now needs to obtain the grade. I recall you stating that you wanted to go technical, right? Not distracting you from your accounting, but when you had the thought of going to technical college, what did you want to do?
Well, technically, I didn't really know what I wanted to do because mommy said that she wanted us to send me there because. But when you go to technical, they were pushing you towards it, reaching your goal.
Do you know why technical college is a bit more, as we say, strict than community?
Because they want us to focus more on reaching our goal.
To be honest, that is a part of it, but they are technical, they are more strict because they are preparing you for the world of works. So when you graduate technical, you are looking to go straight into a job, right? When you hit technical, it is on field skills. That is why they are strict. They are teaching you how to work now. You need to learn how to be this now, because when you graduate, that is what you are going to do right after. So if you go to technical college to be a secretary, they're going to get you a summer job, right? They're teaching you to give you a summer job to be a secretary, so that when you graduate, you can be that secretary to the best of your ability. They are preparing you now and then for work studies. Now, I recall you saying that you're interested in business, right? So let's just take a view of what they have to offer. As we review here, it says the Department of Business and General Studies offer the following associate degrees. Now, we already established CAPE has these subjects that you want to do.
Yeah.
And also, we see here that technical also has different offers here as well. So we're just going to go through them. And if you go to technical, you're going to get an associate degree in whatever program. So let's just view. We have the business studies, accounting specialization, sales and marketing specialization, entrepreneurship and small business management, office administration, certificate in office administration. Is anything here you see interesting to you according to your goal?
Accounting specialization.
Now, do you understand what accounting specialization means?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. So that is why we have to read. So with the entry requirements, all you need is a minimum of 5 subjects, grades 1 to 3, English A or principles of accounts, right? Now the courses that you would do are here. So year 1 and year 2. Normally they would split these courses into semesters, right? So you see here you will get to the principles of economics again. You're gonna have to do a little bit of business law. You're gonna have to do a little bit of fundamental accounting, health and safety. So when they say specialization, they mean, remember I explained to you with an associate degree, you have to do a bit of everything, right? So you have to do a little bit of maths, a little bit of business, marketing, communication. Opposed to CAPE, you are only doing 4 and 3 subjects, right? So if you're interested in like doing accounting, and you might go off into a field starting off accounts, but then you get a little bit more interested in, let me say, information technology. You had already had some information technology background knowledge from the college you went to, and you have the certificate as well, so you could probably branch off into that, right? You also have here principles of economics. You said that you were interested in economics, right? So are you still focused on going to community college, or are you focused on technical, or are you in between?
I am in between right about now because it's hard for me to choose doing accounting only and then branching off. Even though I want to do economics as well, because I still gonna pursue my dream in doing something in economics and doing real estate. I'm still confused as to which one to choose. But I would like to have the experience though.
What experience?
The experience of doing economics and accountants at the same time.
But you do realize, right? Opposed to CAPE, right? You have to do all of these other things.
Well, some of these things I've seen them before, but it's not everything, but I would want to experience new things.
So now that we have already viewed community college website and we viewed technical website, right? First, when starting this conversation, she said that she wanted to go to technical. She didn't know why. She just wanted to go there based off of previous advices that she got. But to herself, she knew that she wanted to go to community college to do a CAPE subject called accounting because she wants to be an accountant, or she would like to do economics, right? Now, when we viewed the website, we realized that both accounting and economics is available. Now, she smiled because she then said, yes, boy. At that point, to be honest, at that point, you were sure you was going to apply to community college.
Yep.
She was very sure that she wanted to apply to community college at that point. But then, I went ahead and ventured off to just explore, show you that your options are not limited. When you research, use your resources, you realize that there's so much more to be discovered. So I took her over to Technical's website, where you established that there was a course for an associate degree in accounting specialization, and also it has a whole list of different subjects that you can do, right? Which also includes economics. Now that she has more information, how do you feel? This is this is community college and this is technical college. Wait for me, how are you feeling?
Well,
Do it for me so I could understand.
I think it is.
You think now you're leaning more towards technical?
Yeah.
Why?
For me, I have more opportunities at technical college than I have at community because when I got community and I want to venture out into the world and do something else, I would have to go back again to do it over when I could just go and pursue it at the same time.
Yep. And also community college is mainly for people who is looking to study further, who is trying to study more, right? So they're not just gonna stop at community college. They want to go off into university. Now, is university something that you are considering?
Yeah, I was considering it, and I also got signed up for a scholarship. Hopefully, I get it.
Hopefully get it as well. I'm not saying that people who don't go technical go university, right? They do. They do go to university, but mostly people who go technical, they look to get a job right after school, right? So those are two things that you can take into consideration. What I would advise you to do, right? So my first advice worked. You have some sense of direction. My next advice would be for you to go home, get a blank piece of paper, and write down one side of the page should be titled Community College. The next side of the page should be titled Technical College. And you write down all of the opportunities and disadvantages. All of the opportunities, disadvantages, and you weigh it out. It's not going to be a decision that happens overnight, but you weigh out, and as you find more opportunities, you add them to that list. You keep that list close to you until the point of application where you graduate and so forth. And I'm not telling you to make a decision about it now. It's good that you have a direction of wanting to become an accountant because now you're focused. You just need to figure out, do I want to just be an accountant, or do I want to do a multitude of subjects and be specialized in accounting and have different knowledge about law, about business? Do I want to know more? So was this the first time someone really took the time to explain these things to you?
Yeah, it's the first time.
And how do you feel? Do you think this was beneficial, or being honest, right? Do you think that this was a beneficial session? What do you think?
I think it's very, very beneficial to me because I was able to learn a lot and explore a lot. So I'm just looking at the future and see what it has to offer.
So what would you advise people who is watching this video right now in terms of being more prepared, being able to research and have a sense of direction? What would you advise them?
I advise that if you go out into the world, you look at the options that you have to do. Like if you're given an option and you have your option, I will advise that you compare your options and look for which one you really want. And don't listen to what others may say. You focus on what you have.
It's not necessarily that you won't listen to what other people has to say. You take it into consideration, but you focus on what you really want to do. Right? So it's not don't listen to people. Let's just block people out. It's not that. You have to take what people are saying into consideration because they have experienced that before, right? You now have to focus on what you want. But take what they say into consideration. So I'm going to leave you there today. And in the next year, you come back to me and tell me which school you choose based on what we discussed today. Or a year from now, you probably could have a whole career change. I don't know. But we'll see a year from now.
Yeah.
Alright. So thank you guys for tuning into today. I hope this session was beneficial to you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. And peace out.